Hi, welcome to Courses by Moss, where we teach the technical side of design. I'm Marisha, owner and sole designer at Moss Interior. With over 25 years of experience to share in both commercial and residential design, I'm here to teach and empower you to take on your own interior design project. Hi everybody, I'm Marisha and welcome to the first course in our technical design series. In this series, you will be learning the technical skills you'll need to complete your own design or remodel project effectively and efficiently. So let's look at the steps we'll be covering in this course. You'll learn how to draw your existing floor plan. And the reason we do this is you have to know where you are before you know where you're going. You'll also learn how to accurately measure each room, locating existing openings, doors, windows, any built-ins, and architectural elements. You'll learn how to measure and locate existing plumbing and electrical fixtures. You'll learn what a reflected ceiling plan is and how to locate your lighting. We'll look at putting it all together into one comprehensive floor plan, and we'll learn how to draw interior elevations, what they are, and why they're so important. Now let's look at the tools you'll need before we get started. Okay, the tools you'll need are a large notebook. Larger the better. I like to draw one room per page. Some different colored pens. You'll realize why this is so important in a little bit. A tape measure. I like to use construction size, 25 feet, and then just make sure it has some sort of little locking button on there. Last, you'll need some sort of long straight edge. If you don't have a ruler like this, I've been known to use a pool cue or even a broom handle. Okay, let's get Klaus. He's obviously supervising. Okay, let's get started. Our first step is we are going to sketch the overall shape of the room. And what I like to do is face the wall that I'm sketching and draw exactly what I see. Let's see what that looks like. So the overall shape of my kitchen is a pretty basic rectangle. The only real architectural element we have to work with is this little niche cut out right here with the shelves, but we'll draw that in. So the overall shape of our room is a rectangle. We're going to start on the back wall, which is the far inside wall. I like to use the whole paper because then we have more room later for our dimensions. You'll see how kind of cluttered up that gets. Then we have our small niche in the corner. This does not need to be perfect or to scale. We have an opening for our back door. I tend to not draw the windows in, it just becomes a little bit more confusing. We have our back wall, which is our outside exterior wall. And then we have our entry into the living room, which I know there is a larger opening in the middle. So there's our overall shape. Now I like to take and add my wall thicknesses. This does not need to be perfect or to scale, but we just want to show some sort of wall thickness. So there we have it. There is our basic rectangle shape of the kitchen. So what I like to do is I always like to label, just in case these get misplaced later, what room it is that I'm measuring and where any adjacent rooms are located. So this is the opening to my living room. Okay, let's look at each wall individually and add our windows. We have an opening to the basement, which is pretty close to this wall niche. Okay, so we have an opening here. How I like to do that, if I add doorways after the fact, I'll draw my doorway opening lines and then just kind of hash anything like this. That means it's removed. And then I just do a circle with a D. There's my door. Then we have our wall niche. Now we have the door to the backyard. So yard or deck. And then the door opens up into the room and swings this way. It's always nice to know how your door swings. So later on in your design process, you know that you don't want to put anything over here because then your door will be swinging into it. Okay, on this back wall, we have our door. Now we have a large window that goes almost to the corner. And then you want to just do 2 lines with a line in the middle. There's your window. Now we turn to our exterior wall where we have another window that starts in the corner. Pretty much same size as this one. And then we have a smaller window in the middle of our sink. So there we have it. There is the basic overall shape of our room with openings, architectural elements, doors, windows, all located. Now that we've drawn the overall shape of our room, where we have located openings, doors, windows, architectural elements, we'll now be sketching in any built-ins like cabinets, countertops, anything but furniture. Let's start in the same corner we started in last time. So we have a countertop that goes almost all the way to the opening to the basement. Let's just write basement so you know what I'm talking about. So we have our countertop, comes fairly close to this opening and pretty close to the door. There's our countertop. We have countertop, or a range, and then more countertop. Doesn't really matter where you draw that in, as long as it's in there and you know that it's a range. That's all you need for now. And we have our opening. We have our wall niche cut out with some built-in shelves. We have nothing here. We have our door, nothing on the back wall at this point. We want to swing around to the other side of the room and locate our refrigerator in the corner. I'll just write refrigerator. And then we have a countertop that runs from the refrigerator all the way to the edge of the window. Then in the corner, which wraps around the back wall, we have a built-in bench with some deep drawers. Goes about to the edge of the window. We want to draw those in as well. And I'll just put bench. Now we have to locate our sink, which is pretty much lined up with our window. And then I'm just going to write sink. There we have it. There is the basic shape of my room. Yours will obviously look a little different than this, but it doesn't have to be pretty. Just has to have the information on it to get you to the next step. So our next step will be measuring the room, the overall size of the room, and then locating our doors, windows, and built-ins. All right, thanks for joining. See you next time. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss it.